What's going on, everybody? KB back for another episode of the Men's Empowerment Movement. Okay? Now, of course, these are the books: Millennium Women, Gender Assassination, The Plot to Destroy All Things Male, and Millennium Woman, War, Men, Bully Tactics, is why their independence is failing them in their relationship and how to be empowered. Get this on Amazon right now, guys. Okay, but right now I need y'all to stop, hit that subscribe button. Okay? I appreciate that. All right, today's topic is: do women sexualize the workplace and at the same time charge men with sexual harassment? Do women sexualize the workplace and then turn around and charge men with sexual harassment? Let's get into it. Okay. Women think that clothes don't matter. Okay? Women should be able to dress the way they want to dress. And men shouldn't say or do anything about it. That sounds good, but let's look at the women's intentions. Yeah? When a woman dressed sexy on the job, what statement is she making? What is she doing? What is her intentions? Well, her intention is to look good and get validated for a self-esteem boost. That's the point. Okay? Now, see, women raise their self-esteem through validation. That's how they raise their self-esteem, fellas. The only way to do it. Ain't no other way. They can dress all they want to. Don't nobody compliment them. They still feel lowly. They still have low self-esteem. See, they need you to raise it by looking at them in an attractive way or complimenting them. That's validation. And that raises, making them feel good about themselves. Now, their self-esteem is raised. So that's why they dress sexy on the job. Now, they're intentionally dressing sexy in nightclub clothes. I'm talking about stuff you go out to and party with. The low-cut tops, the skirts up 2 inches from the ass, that type of stuff. Now, that's considered nightclub stuff, which would probably be considered inappropriate at the office, right? See, but women think clothes don't matter, so they can wear those type of nightclub clothes to the office because they're saying that it doesn't matter what she wears, men shouldn't harass her. Well, you're right about men shouldn't harass her, but it matters what she wears. Because if you're going to wear these clothes to draw sexual attention to yourself, but then try to control everybody's minds and say, hey, you don't look at me in this way, or you better not say that to me in that way, or this guy can say something to me because I like him, but this guy can't say that to me because I don't like him. See, you want to dictate other people's minds and tell them how they should think and what they should say. But when you are the one who created the sexual environment, you sexualize the workplace by dressing sexy intentionally so you can draw attention to yourself and get your validation and your self-esteem boost. But at the same time, you created this sexual environment because now you got guys looking at you sexually, because that's the whole point of this. They're looking at you sexually. They're not looking at you like, oh, she got a fantastic mind. Yeah, right. Fantastic mind, my ass. She got a fantastic tits, fantastic ass. That's what they're saying because that's the way you dress and that's the attention you drew to yourself. Okay? So therefore, if you're going to draw sexual attention to yourself by wearing a skirt 2 inches from your ass and wearing the low-cut tops with all your cleavage showing, then expect a man's nature to come out. Because his nature is to be attracted to a sexual woman. See, corporate world and professionalism is man-made. It's artificial. It's virtual reality. See, so therefore, it's never going to trump a man's natural instincts, which is to be attracted to a woman. A pretty woman who's sexy. So it's never going to trump that. Now he can suppress his feelings, but it's never going to stop, or it's never going to trump that. So this is why you have sexual harassment in the workplace, because a lot of women have sexualized the workplace. Now I'm not blaming women for sexual harassment, so don't get me wrong. That ain't what I'm saying. Okay, that's still on the man because he shouldn't have took the bait. Okay, but what I am saying is that women are sexualizing the workplace, which drawing sexual attention to themselves, which also draws harassers and assaulters. See, you got some men who are just harassers. You got different level of harassers. You got your straight out assaulter. This guy may rub up against a woman inappropriately. He want to touch her and stuff like that. Well, he sexually assaulted her. That's the high level. Then you got your mid-level guy. This guy may tell a sexual joke or make a little sexual comment or something like that. Just look good on you. That type of thing. That's still considered sexual harassment in a woman's eyes. Then you got your low-level harasser. Okay, this guy, he just may want to date. He like her, she look pretty, he may want to date her. So he goes up to an action for a date. She gives him the okie doke, maybe, maybe not. He asks her again. See, because women are indirect. They won't just tell you no. They'll tell you, go around it. Oh, I don't know. I got a little something going on next week. That didn't mean no. That means, okay, wait till next week. And wait after next week to him. But see, she's really saying no. But in his eyes, it means wait till after next week. So he asks her again. He asks her again. Now it's sexual harassment. See, the thing is that what you guys got to understand is this. Okay, and what I'm saying is this. Women who dress sexy sexualizes the workplace because they're drawing attention to themselves intentionally. This was an intentional act. This was not by accident. This was not just by, I ain't have nothing clean in the closet. They intentionally put this on because they know, hey, Bob over here may like me. So they may dress nice for Bob or a woman. They may say, hey, I want to just outdress the women on the job, look better than them. That still raises their self-esteem up. Because when women look at them, they go, oh, you got a nice dress. They just got complimented, which just made them get validated. So that raised their self-esteem. This came from a woman. Okay? So therefore, this sexual dress is intentionally being, put into the workplace, but they didn't separate the nightclub clothes from the office clothes. So the guy don't know the difference between the two. All he knows is he see a sexy woman. And hey, man, all eyes on that. He may be thinking I may have a shot at that. She's dressing sexy. Hell, she must want some attention. So therefore, let me go, put my bid in on it. Yeah, but if she don't like you, she's not attracted to you, you just put yourself up for sexual harassment. Because see, what they've done was they've given women all the cards. And they're saying, you get to determine, how you feel about it. You get to draw the lines, on how far a guy can go. And you get to interpret his thoughts. Now, what do I mean by interpret his thoughts? If a guy say, hey, man, that's a nice dress, she can interpret that as harassing her. But his intention probably was to say, hey, I just like the dress. But she can interpret it any kind of way she wants to, which in turn become harassment. See, and women are going to say, oh, well, he shouldn't have said nothing to her. Yeah, I guess he made out of stone. See, and plus, her whole intention was to draw attention to herself. See, if she's going to be intentionally drawing attention to herself, then she's sexualizing the workplace because she's dressing sexy. She ain't dressing like a librarian finna go and read a book. She ain't dressing like she's going to the gym. She dressing sexy like she just came from the nightclub. And she's trying to get a date. So she's sexualizing the workplace, which in turn causes men to go and draw attention from men to look at her. Now, if women say, well, clothes don't matter, you know, okay, clothes don't matter. Let me show you how that's a bunch of bullshit, fellas. Okay? Of course, that would come from a woman who wanted both ways. And she want to be able to dress sexy, get the self-esteem boost, but she don't want you to say nothing about it. She just want that validation. Okay? But let me tell you why that's bullshit. Okay? If clothes doesn't matter, then tell me why female waitresses and bartenders expose their cleavage, okay, so that a guy can look at her so she can get a bigger tip. So if clothes doesn't matter, why is she doing that? Because clothes matter. She's not covered up. She's purposely uncovering herself. She's purposely drawing sexual attention to herself so she can get a bigger tip. She's making this guy aroused because she figured he may drink more by sitting in front of her watching her tits. So therefore, she's sexualizing the workplace. You see, that's a bar. That's a club. Well, ain't a club or a bar a workplace for her? Sure it is. So if the woman come out from the sexy bar, from the bar, okay, with the same clothes she's wearing in the office, isn't she sexualizing the office too by the way she dressed? Because she sexualized the bar that way, why isn't she sexualizing the office that way? She is. See, women don't want you to be hip to the game. They just want to be able to preserve the rights to have it both ways. See, they want to be able to say, hey, a man shouldn't say nothing to a woman. He should just keep his damn mouth shut. That's the whole point, fellas. Validate her, but don't say nothing to her. See, give her the self-esteem boost, but don't say nothing to her. See, it's like when a woman says she come home from work stressed out, she started unloading all her problems onto her husband or boyfriend. Oh, I had a rough day. Oh, this happened at work. And the guy is trying to solve a problem. Hey, won't you do this and do that and fix this and fix that? And she look at him and go, I didn't ask you to solve my problem. And he look at her like she's crazy. See, she just wanted to vent, unload all her stress onto him. Okay? But she didn't want him to solve the problem. Men don't understand that. See, the same thing with the sexualizing the clothes. Women want the validation, but they don't want you to try to get a date, try to have sex with them. They just want the validation. See, they just want the attention because it raises their self-esteem. That's what they're after. So you got to be careful, fellas, not to fall into the trap, not to take the bait. See, she's baiting you sexually to get her self-esteem boost. So if you take the bait and she don't like you, your ass is fired. You out. See, because she holds all the cards in her hand. You don't. So they're sexualizing the workplace and then they're turning around and charge you with sexual harassment if you say something to her that she don't like. Or she just may not like you. See, she may like Jim. Jim could probably say the same thing to her, and it's a good compliment. But Bob said to her, and it's harassment. So she gets to dictate his interpretation of his thoughts. See how that works? See? So therefore, she drew the line of where sexual harassment is. She determines how she feels about the situation. It may offend her, and she gets to determine your thoughts. Where does that leave you? Where's your rights at? Where's your due process at? You have none. It's gone. See, you can't clarify what you was trying to think. She already done beat you to the HR department and you got your ass fired because she interprets your thoughts. She could have misinterpreted. She could have been wrong. But it doesn't matter. She got her self-esteem boost and she got your ass fired. See how she sexualized the workplace and then charged you with sexual harassment at the same time? See? So fellas, you can't take the bait. Okay? Women are sexualizing the workplace by the way they dress in these nightclub clothes. Then they charging you with sexual harassment for taking their bait. For taking their bait. See? So this is why sexual harassment is going up. And then here come the Me Too movement coming in like a cavalry to the rescue. You know, no due process for you. That's what the Me Too movement gonna do. No due process. He's guilty. I believe her. You don't even get to go to the HR to tell your side of the story. All you got is a pink slip until you can get the hell up out of there. Because they don't want the problems. She said you did it. It's a done deal. See, so guys, you can't take the bait from women sexualizing the workplace. Okay? Now, women say, how is that? Women can wear what they want to wear. Clothes doesn't matter. Okay? They're still saying clothes doesn't matter. Okay? So if a woman walked into the office with a G-string, a thong, and a bra on, what would everybody say to her? You're dressed inappropriately for the office. Now, why is she dressed inappropriately? What makes her being dressed inappropriately? Her private parts are covered. Okay, a woman can wear what she want to wear. That's what you just said. So why is that inappropriate? Because it is. Because she just may get harassed. She just may get assaulted. And the reason she just may get harassed or assaulted because of what she wore, her clothes. See? So clothes does matter. They do. See? So if she got the thong and the bra on, they saying she just may get harassed or assaulted. But those are clothes. That's the way she dressed. See? So because it's extreme, they figured that's the reason. But see, wearing sexy nightclub clothes could be extreme to Bob. So it's the same thing. So clothes do matter. Because otherwise you would be saying she's dressed inappropriately. And clothes didn't matter. So clothes does matter. So let's stop the charade. Let's stop the game. If the women know what they're doing, they know they're drawing sexual attention, but they just don't want the wrong person to point it out to them. They don't want the wrong person to compliment them. Okay? That's the problem. They don't like him. They wouldn't date him. But they'll date Jim so he can say it. Bob can't. Okay, he's too ugly or whatever. See? So therefore, women get to dictate how they can dress, draw sexual attention, sexualize the workplace, and then turn around and charge you with sexual harassment because you complimented their attention-seeking ass. See? See how that works, fellas? They draw the attention, they get the self-esteem boost, and then they charge you with sexual harassment. It's just the way it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah. So, but women who draws sexual attention by the way they dress intentionally has to take accountability because they just may draw the harassers. See, you're not accounting for them. See, other guys may say, oh, well, whatever. I don't care. You look nice, whatever. I don't care. Okay? And then what's she gonna do? Parade of somebody else, like a radar. Who gonna give me the compliment? Let me go step in front of him or her so I can get the self-esteem boost. So she's attention seeking through sexual clothing, which means she's sexualized in the workplace. And then she determines who gets to compliment her. She determines who gets to compliment her. Because if she don't like you, she gonna charge you with sexual harassment. Your ass is fired. Too much power. They've given women too much power over you as a man. Okay? That's no due process. Now, should you say something to her? Probably not. This is why you don't say that to attention seekers. Now, a lot of people, like I said, they find their spouses, okay, at work. How is that supposed to happen if you can't say nothing to her? So you, okay, shooting the dice, rolling the dice. That's what you're doing, fellas. You're rolling the dice. You can get a date or you can get fired. Whichever one you desire. Okay, but but she gets to determine whether you get fired or a date. So I would be very careful, fellas, okay, about taking the bait about women sexualizing the workplace. When they sexualize the workplace, just know that's what women do. They sexualize the workplace by attention seeking through their sexual clothing to get a self-esteem boost from you. They're looking to get it from you. The same person who they gonna charge with sexual harassment if they don't like you. If you're the wrong person that complimented them. See? So they get to draw the lines and determine your interpretation. She may have a bad day. You know, she started out good, wore clothes, gonna get that validation today, and then work got hard, she got stressed out, and you went up to her, complimented her, and boom! You sexually harassed her, and your ass is in the HR department trying to explain your side of the story, but it's too late, you're fired. Don't take the bait, fellas. Don't take the bait. Women sexualizes the workplace. They draw attention, they're attention seekers, so they can get validation through sexual clothing, okay? And therefore, they got you on the string like a puppet, and they will charge you with sexual harassment if they had a bad day, if they don't like you, if you gave them the wrong compliment. They get to determine the rules, draw the lines. They got you on the hook. Don't take the bait. Women sexualizes the workplace, and men don't take the bait. Okay? So until the next episode, fellas, I'll holler at y'all.